Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a video I do usually do every year, sometimes usually towards the end of summer, but never got a chance to do it during the summer. So I'm doing it now during spooky season as a little extra video to add in. And this can be my makeup wish list. This is things that's on my list. There's a lot that I've been looking at, thinking that I kind of want. I'm probably not going to buy everything as in previous makeup wish list videos. I haven't bought everything, but it's just things I'm kind of lusting after, things I'm thinking about, and things I want your guys' opinion on as well. Now, as I said, there is a lot. There's also a lot of palettes, which is one thing I absolutely do not need is palettes. I still have a whole list of palettes that I haven't actually used yet. But I can't help it. I'm a palette fiend. So they're just things that I have just had my eye on, and I want your opinion down in the comments below of what you think of these products. Just let me know what your opinions are, if you think it'd be worth me getting them, because I want them. Just before we get into this video, this look is filmed. It will be live on my channel later on in spooky season month in October, so go hit subscribe down below to see that coming up as well. And my Instagram is down below and my TikTok is down below for a little bit of extra content for all of my looks. So there's a lot on this list. There is a lot. So we're not going to ramble anymore. Let's get into the wish list. Okay, so let me scooch over here to this side because I'm going to pop up some images of all of the products here. And I do have them all on my phone, so I will be looking down at my phone probably a good bit in this video because I'm going to describe things to you and why I kind of like the look of them as well. So first up, we've got Blend Bunnies, the Noctilucent Highlighter Palette. Have I been lusting over this? Now, I have the Surge palette, which I know is being discontinued, but I did film my videos before it was being discontinued, so I might not mention that in those videos. They're coming up probably in November, who knows, but I have filmed that. But this, I just love. Even in this, it doesn't even look as good as what I know it is because I've seen it in videos, I've seen it in action, I've seen how sparkly and juicy these highlighters are. I just really want this palette, so if I do another Blend Bunny order, this is definitely going into the basket. This is definitely something I am going to get for sure. But yeah, I want it. And then stick with Blend Bunny, we've got the All Done Up palette as well. This one is like neutral, the way I kind of like neutrals. I know they did a kind of neutral like eye and face palette, like an all-in-one kind of palette, which wasn't really my vibe. I loved the look of this palette. The top row is probably leaning too beige for me, slightly. But there is enough nuance in them, like that shade Natural on the when you're looking at the palette, the right hand side. That's my kind of shade. Vision, the second row in from the left, is beautiful. The shimmers look stunning, and then those darks are all kind of in line with whatever colour row they're in as well. So they're not like black, they're all like just dark versions of, say, like a greeny teal, grey, a kind of golden brown, but like a really blackened version of that. I like the look of this. If I do decide to pick this up in the future, I will definitely get the Noctilucent as well, but we'll see. And I know they just came out with their Sickly Sweet. Not what I wanted it to be, would say. Not what I wanted it to be, but not what I thought it was going to be. And just probably not something I would go for, but this has been on my list since this launched. Next up is a palette that's on my list for a while. This is Ace Beauté Falling For You palette. This is like, again, if I'm going to do neutral, this is kind of the way I would go about it, like a little bit of an element of weird in there, but still neutral, you know what I mean? Like burgundy kind of tones, those kind of plummy shades, and then those little pops of orange are beautiful as well, but they're not like warm neutrals, they're actually orange. I really like the look of this. I like how many shimmers are with the palette. The lighter shade is a shimmer, darker shade is a matte. Again, that's the way I always like my palettes to be. I do really love the look of this. It has been on my list for a while, but the next palette from Ace Beauté would be more so what I would go for. If, again, I am going to order something, it's probably going to be this one. This is the Ambience palette, and yeah, this is a bit more me. There's a bit more contrast in this. Those two shimmery greens on the left-hand side when you're looking at the palette, they look the same. Are they the same? Are they similar? I don't really know. But I think like having that kind of denim blue, that dark foresty green, the chartreuse with those plummier kind of tones, I think those will go really well together. Definitely more fall for me. And yeah, I really like the look of this palette. Really do. Then next is a brand that's gotten really big recently. This is Bella Beauty Bar, and not any other palettes are on my list because they're too big. They're just too many repetitive shades for me. The palettes look beautiful, the shimmers look beautiful. There's just too much of it, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. I know it's great value for money probably, and a lot of people love them. Just a bit much for me. What I do like the look of is the, what are they called? Lip Dewy Gloss in a couple of shades, or multiple, more than these. But these are the ones I've kind of picked out as like ones that I quite like. So first up we've got Funhouse, which is kind of like a teal, green, pink, kind of golden, like duochrome, multi-chrome lip gloss. I love the look of these. And then the other one is House of Mirrors, which is a little bit more like lilac into gold as well, but they're very like kind of translucent and just like this sheen across your lips. I love the look of these. I think they're going to be so pretty and like lovely little toppers. Like I put a gloss, I didn't have a gloss on in the video originally for this, but then I put a gloss on top of this and you can see all the sparkles and I love it. Next up then is definitely something I am going to get. I am definitely going to get some of these. These are the Cleona stained glass eyeshadows. I just put up a picture of like a load of colours. I don't know what colours I want because I haven't decided yet. I haven't like done research into swatches and how they look and all that kind of stuff, but I definitely want some of these. I've been lusting after these for years, but I've never had them on my wish list because I've never found a way to get them easy. But Monolith Shop.eu or something like that, I think it's like based in Germany, sells a lot of indie brands. It's how you can get Glaminatrix, you can get Glamlight shipped to Ireland again, by the way, guys. Remember my Crazy in Love palette fiasco? They shipped to Ireland again, so when that Scream palette drops, I'm getting it. That whole collection, I'm getting it. The whole lot, every bit of it, I'm getting it. I want the mirror as well. So if it comes in time, it will be on spooky season. If it does not come on time, it will be coming soon. I want to add like a couple more like fun shades to my single shadow collection because I do have a couple of series planned out with my single shadows that I want to start kind of working on. Maybe next year I might start working on them as well. But yeah, I think these would be a nice addition to my little collection. Then as a brand that I do love and adore, this is Glaminatrix, and this is the Nearly Neutral palette. This again is another way that I would do neutrals. There's the elements of the khaki green and the slightly more mauvey shades, couple of cool tone, that taupey shade when on the bottom far right when you're looking at the palette looks stunning. That's definitely my kind of vibe. The shimmers look just so like glistening and beautiful, and there's an element of warmth in there if you want it as well. I think this is going to be like such an easy neutral palette. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I don't. I want your opinions on this one as well, but it's one that I've kind of kept thinking about. Next is a brand that I have had in the back of my mind, my noggin, thinking about it. This is Gourmand Girls, and these two palettes are in collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny, who I've actually followed on Instagram for a while now. She kind of makes her own palettes like using Photoshop and stuff like that, and they're really fun and really cool and cool theme, very curated to a theme, and I love it. So go follow her. But she came out with two palettes with Gourmand Girls, and the first one was the Spooked palette. This one more so I kind of like than the other one. I think this one's more kind of my sort of vibe. Another spooky palette to add to the collection, guys, because I just can't get enough of them. That kind of limey green, what is it called? Apple Bob. The little kind of embossing on the top is gorgeous. You've got reds, you've got the black, you've got the white, khaki shades. So you could do neutral if you wanted to, but you've got those elements pops and those like vibrant purpley blues. Beautiful. And then the other one is the Haunted palette, which I do love the look of as well. Those like lime greens, gorgeous. I probably prefer the Spooked. If I was only going to get one, I'd get the Spooked. But I do really like the look of this. I think there's a bit more of like a fun candy pop to this, as in you go trick-or-treating and you get all your candy. Or sweets, whatever way you want to say it. So yeah, I do love the look of both of these palettes. I don't know if I'm going to get them again. This is just me throwing it out there that I'm thinking about them. But if I am going to only get one of them, it would be the Spooked. Now we've got a brand that I have always, every Black Friday gone onto the website since this palette launched and looked at this palette and then seen the shipping and I was like, no. Every year, without fail, on Black Friday, every year. This is Clarity Cosmetics, the Evil Mermaid palette. She's just gorgeous. Like, And I know those are really duochromy, wet looking eyeshadows as well. Those shimmers, the mattes are beautiful. There's a bit of grunge in there, but there's also poppy as well. I love it. Now, the thing is, this is on Monolith Shop. And it's only like 11 quid for the shipping. So, this could be the year I get this one. So, yeah. I'm definitely, this is like probably one of the top of my list. One of the top of my list. Next up is Made by Mitchell, and it's their blush. Their liquid blushes. I have 2 of them already. These are 2 shades that I'm kind of thinking about. I have 2 already. I've got Peach Sugar and Melon Sorbet, which are quite peachy, orangey kind of shades. And I want a pink. I want pink. Now I know there's like really candy floss pink, like bubblegummy kind of pinks as well. I do like those kind of colours sometimes, but it's not something I would grab a lot. These 2 colours would be more what I would grab if I'm going to go pink. In this one we have got, so the top one is Posy Rosy, is the darker one, and it just looks really nice and kind of like, I don't know, juicy kind of look to it. And then the other one there is Posy Passion, which is a bit more muted pink. It's more of a soft kind of blushy pink. Obviously it's blush, but blushy pink. And I just like the look of these 2. I might get both, who knows? Because I do really love the formula. They're so pigmented, they're so lovely. I might get both. But these are kind of 2 that are on my list of colours that I want to get to kind of add to my little collection of his blushes. Because I have the bronzer, the liquid bronzer ones, and in Hollow there. And that's stunning. I love that. I love it so much. So yeah, I'm tempted by these 2. Next up is something that I've seen on TikTok. I've seen a few people talk about these on TikTok, and I've just been like, maybe. These aren't, the brand is on Monolith Shop, but these aren't. So, you know, what can I do? This is Queen Cosmetics. It's just their lip gloss, but they're the most glittery, holographic, iridescent glosses that I've seen. I've seen them in use on TikTok as well. And I don't know what shade. I don't even know. I'd probably go for the holographic one because I think that'd be really fun. I don't have anything like that. Whatever one like I wouldn't have anything like, it'd be the one I'd go for. But yeah, I don't know which shade. I don't know what I want about them. I just think they're fun. I think they're going to be really nice. I think they're just something I have glittery lip glosses, but sometimes the glitter doesn't always show up. In these, I think they do. So if you have any of them, let me know down below because I want to know. I don't want it to be a gimmick that was on TikTok. Then we've got another 3 from a brand. This is Sugar Pill. These are the glosses. I just popped the swatches up here because they hadn't got images of the product. Just their lip glosses. And we have got Bloom on top. We've got Flicker. And then we've got Crystal Trinket. These are stunning. I know these are lovely. I know people have raved about these for years. They're kind of always sold out as well. They do sell them on Monolith Shop, and they did sell them on eBay. I don't know if they still do. But you've got like a kind of pinky lavender shimmer. You've got Flicker is more like a nude shimmer, if that's the best way to describe it, because it looks like gold's there, but the Crystal Trinket is more gold. And I just like the look of them. I think they're going to be pretty. So on my list, if I got Queen Cosmetics, I wouldn't get these. If I got these, I wouldn't get Queen Cosmetics. Even though these are not like Queen Cosmetics, but still, you know what I mean? I do have to have some restraint in my life. And then we've got the gorgeous Terra Moon Single Shadows. Again, I just kind of picked a picture off their Instagram that just had a lot of shades in it. None in particular that I have in mind. I just want more. I became a bit addicted to them and I want more. I have a full palette and I want more. What can I say? They're stunning. They're so beautiful. I love adding them to looks. I do have a look planned for this month where I'm going to use one of them as well if I do it. Yeah, because I have a lot of editing to do. But I just love them. I think they're so beautiful. They're just so weird and metallic and shifty and just all this kind of stuff, and I just want a couple more. When I say a couple more, it means I'll buy a palette because I've no more room in the palette that I have. I'll fill some of the palette, have gaps, and then order more. That's what I really mean. Then we've got a brand that is a little bit close to my heart right now. Oh, this is Unearthly Cosmetics. They sent me PR recently, that's why. But this palette now I have been lusting after for a while, a long time. This is the Leather and Lace palette, and again, this is another kind of autumn grunge palette. I love the idea of this. I love the layout of this. I love the colours, the way they're in there as well. I love there's like a whole kind of green row, and you've got like your light shimmer kind of blending shade, your main colour, and then your deepening shade, and then the same with your kind of more neutral orangey kind of shade, and then the pinky purpley kind of shade. I love the idea of this, that the shimmers kind of correspond with all the colours in the palette. I think it'd just be such a nice fall palette, and quite compact as well. So if I was going anywhere, I could bring it with me. I feel like this is a more compact palette. Next up is one that I keep seeing it everywhere, and I know everyone probably has because it's gone viral, but it's a kind of shade I would use a lot, but I do have two that are kind of similar to this, so I don't think I really need it. But this is the Urban Decay Moondust Shadow in Space Cowboy, which you've probably been sick of seeing, but it's one of those where it's got like, it's supposed to have a translucent base. Now on me it kind of comes out a little bit tan. I know this because Colourpop's Super Shock Shadow in Ritz, and then MAC did a pressed pigment called Day Gleam, basically the same kind of colours, but it's supposed to be like just sparkle. Just this sparkle. You put like, say, a bit of bronzer down on your eye and put this on top, sparkle, and you're gorgeous. I really don't think I'm gonna get this, but I just wanted to add it here because it's something that I'm like, oh, I do love that kind of shade, but I do have it. Then there's this. Okay, I need your opinions on this. So this is the Danessa Myricks. What is it called? The Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. That's the name. Obviously get the lightest shade. This is not the shade I would be going for, but I couldn't find a picture of the lightest shade, so here we are. I seen a video of this being used, and I was like, oh, that looks very interesting. It's supposed to not really look like foundation and just kind of smooths the skin, but there's a bit of coverage there and make your skin look amazing. That's what it looked like to me in the video anyway. I don't know. Have any of you guys used this? Because I need to know, because it's been in my Beauty Bay wish list for about a year and a half, possibly. I don't really know even when it came out, but definitely a year. It's definitely been there since last Black Friday. I'm curious, would be the word. I'm curious. So I want to know what you guys think. Have you used it? Let me know. What are your thoughts? Does it work? The next brand we have up is Juvia's Place, and I've actually got two products here for this. So I have got the Bronzing Cream Bronzer in the lightest shade. Obviously that is the lightest shade. I feel like this is going to be kind of like the Chanel, I don't know what it's called now, it's gone out of my head, the Chanel cream bronzer that everyone raves about, that one. I love the tone of that. That's a great tone for your pale gals. And obviously it's Juvia's Place, it's owned by a woman of colour, so the darkest shade is going to work, you know what I mean? It's going to work for your darkest shades, and there's like so many shades in between. This lightest shade works so well. It's so golden and just almost beige, and that's kind of what you want for someone as pale as me. I don't know, I think this is something I can get on board with. I do love their bronzing duos, which are powder. So yeah, she might be getting ordered. And then I've got the blush duo. This is volume 2 is the shade. I've got pictures of the actual product and the swatches as well. So it's kind of like a peach, kind of almost terracotta sort of shade, and then this soft blushy pink. I like the look of this. I do like the look. There's a more pinky one if you do like a bit more colour of it, but I like the look of this. I'm kind of into like neutral pinks on my cheeks at the minute as well. I like this. So they could be getting ordered on Black Friday. I think so. Those two. Because I can never order just one product, so I have to order two. And I think those might be the two. Then we've got this palette. Now I've just recently done my Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe palette, which has been discontinued last year, I think. But I have it and I hadn't used it, and it's spooky and it's spooky season, so here we are. But currently they have a spooky palette out, and it's the Ghost Town USA palette, and I really like the look of this. I do. I don't think I'd be super sad if I didn't have it. I will say that. But I do really like the look of this. I love the fact that it's like a shimmer row, matte row, shimmer row, matte row. And then the mattes are kind of like that Unearthly Cosmetics palette, where you've got like your dark, your blend, and your lightest matte. And then your shimmers can kind of go with that as well. Love the tones of those blues in the middle. Those matte blues, they're beautiful. Yeah, I like the look of this. I do, I really do. I'd be very happy to have it, don't get me wrong. But I don't know how sad I'd be if I didn't have it. I was very sad when I thought I wasn't going to be able to get the Haunted Europe palette. And then when they restocked it before they discontinued it, I was like, I'm getting it, have to get it. That's it, end of. because that's like so spooky and so Halloweeny. I love it. This is more like spooky-esque, you know what I mean? I really like the look of it though. I do. Then we've got Black Moon Cosmetics. Again, I just picked up an image from their Instagram and just popped it in so you can see what I'm talking about. They're liquid lipsticks. I want more. I want more. I want them all. I want them all. They're so beautiful. I have, what have I got? 1, 2, 5, 6. Have I got 6? I got 5. I don't know. I have a few shades. I do have their black, obviously. Come on, who am I? I've also got the lime green. Again, who am I? In a liquid lip, I know, weird, but I have it. I just love the formula of them. I think they're so pretty. I'd love a red, like a deep blood red. And I really want the shade Hazel, which is like a khaki green. I really want that one. That's the one I want. Oh, I have Cider as well, which is one everyone was like raving about because it's the like mustard shade. I want Hazel now. I think that's the next one that I want. And if I do get that, I'll probably get like a deep blood red and maybe like a dark kind of aubergine purple or something like that. Not like a berry, not like a burgundy, like a purple, kind of like the Phantom one from LA Splash, the classic horror liquid lipsticks, the Phantom one that I always use. Something like that kind of colour I think I would get as well. So I think I'll definitely be ordering a couple. Not that many, not as many as I did last year, but maybe a couple for this year. I think I can make space. Then Fenty decided that this year was the year I was going to start trying their lip glosses. So I have been going into Boots all the time. I have like €50 on my Boots loyalty card. So I've got like €50 in points on my Boots loyalty card. And I'm like, I want to get a couple of things with my €50, but I don't know what to get. So I keep going to Fenty. I just keep going. I'm looking at the cream blushes. I've already got 2 of the bronzes that are the only 2 shades that are going to work for me, so we don't need that. I'm looking at their foundation. I'm looking at everything. And I keep looking at their glosses. And there's like 2 that I like the look of. That I would be like, yeah, I'd probably get these 2. If I'm going to pick like 1 or 2, these are the 2 that I'm going to get. I've never tried Fenty glosses ever. I know. Shocking considering Diamond Bomb is my favourite highlighter. One of my favourite highlighters in my collection, I should say. And I love their cream bronzers. I love their powder bronzer. I love their highlighters. I really like the brand, even though I haven't tried like loads from it. But I haven't tried the glosses, and that's probably the most popular thing from them. Who am I? Why am I even on YouTube? I should just stop now. So then on Trend Mood, this got posted. It's a vault for Christmas. And it has got, I don't know if it's every single shade, but it's got all the ones I kind of like the look of. So there's obviously the Diamond Bomb, which I'll have to have. The next one is more like a beigey champagne. You've got kind of like a bronze, like light peach, a corally shade. The only one that kind of throws me off is that darker brown one. That's the only one I probably wouldn't really use too much, but that bright purpley pink magenta. You've got 2 Heat, the kind of more golden yellow, and then the pinky one. They're supposed to be like really warming on the lips, which they very much interested me. I kind of like the light pinky ones as well. And then you've got the ice one, which is supposed to be really cooling, and that's just like clear. I will have to see how much money this is, and I'm in buying this for myself. Even though I know there's like 1, maybe 2 that I probably won't use too much, but the rest I will definitely use. They're all colours I would absolutely use. Is it worth it? Let me know if it's worth it. Is it? Then this one I kind of added on last minute, because someone in work said this to me a while ago about this product, and I tried it and I loved it, and then I never thought about it again, and it just sprang into my head again of something else that I kind of like the look of. This, now bear with me, this is the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, and I've tried it. Like, I have worn it because I work somewhere where I can try a lot of products, so I really liked how this looks. Now I know this is going to be expensive for concealer, and I just loved how bright and smooth my eyes look, and they had a colour that was pale enough for me as well, which always worries me about like department store brands, that they don't have certain shades, especially in concealers, light enough to brighten for pale skin. You can have a colour that matches my skin, but to actually brighten my under eyes, that's another challenge along with itself. But this looks, I think I like the look of this. I think I might be getting this as well. And then last on the list, we have got 2 products from MAC. They're both the same product, but 2 different colours from MAC. We have got from the holiday collection. It is out currently, so I could have already actually bought it since this video, because I'm definitely getting these. Like, I know for a fact I'm getting these. These are the Fizzy Fields lip balms. They brought out one last year, and I think it was basically that golden shade. And it sold out in like 2 days. Like 2 days. gone, never got it back in. They were not prepared for how popular that was going to be. And it's like this, did someone say it's like colour changing? It's one of those pH bands. It's not about that anyway. It's so sparkly and just so, I don't know, easy to wear. You could just throw a pencil on and put that on, off you go and out the door. And it was just so beautiful. And I kicked myself for not picking it up. I kicked myself for not being in there on time to pick it up. This year they realised their issue, and I think they're going to be bringing out a lot more of them as well, so I might have more of a chance of getting them as well. And they're doing 2 shades. So the first one is the golden shade. That one is called Taste for Bubbles, and it's like a golden champagne. And then the other one is called Shiver Shimmy, which is like a bluey purpley kind of colour as well, and I love that kind of shade. I'll definitely be getting the blue one, and I'll definitely be getting the golden, but the blue one is more on my end. But the gold, I think, as well would be quite nice to have. So yeah, they're also coming out, I think, with like a chartreusey liner. And I kind of want it. I'll have to swatch it and see, but I don't have an image of that right now. I think these, definitely going to get these. Oh, I actually got through that quite quickly. I was writing out my list for this, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I might have to do a part 2 for this. This is going to be a long ass video. But yeah, that was actually quite quick. Who knew? Okay, I am scooched back. I am situated in my usual spot right in the middle of the centre frame. And that was my makeup wish list for this year. Now, there's things that have been on previous wish lists that I still haven't gotten. And I kind of like, I can live without them. You know what I mean? Like the Grimoire palette from V Cosmetics. I can't think of anything else now that's on my wish list. Like I think there was a couple of Melt palettes on that list. Some Be Perfect highlighters and blushes and things like that. I've gotten one of them, the wet skin one. But yeah, I don't know. I think some of the things I've kind of like grown to be like, I have things that are a little bit similar to that it's fine for me to not have them. Now again, I still may buy them in the future. Who knows? I can't be stopped sometimes. But right now, in my makeup vibe I'm in right now, these are the products that I've been lusting after. So I'm kind of in a frenzy about it. I'm going to make a list of like, because I have this list made out now, I know what I kind of want to look at for Black Friday and see what the deals are for Black Friday, and then I'll kind of make my decisions from there. And I'll probably do a Black Friday haul. If I do get a lot of stuff, I will do a Black Friday haul, so don't you worry. So as I said in the beginning, I want to know down in the comments below, what do you think of any of these products? Have you used any of them? Let me know down below. I especially want to know of that blurring skin balm from Danessa Myricks. That's a big thing I really want to know about. But I want to know about everything. And Queen Cosmetics lip glosses. Everything on this list, if you have any of them, give me a little review of it down below, what you think. If you watch my videos and you kind of know my style, do you think I would like them? Let me know that down in the comments below, because that would really, really help me out. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support to get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. Don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming up, including this makeup look that'll be coming up soon as well, and many more for spooky season, and a Black Friday haul in the future whenever I order everything and it arrives. Then I do my Black Friday haul, because I do have to wait for it to all to arrive. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below. I post all the up close pictures of all my looks, some spooky content on my stories, and my TikTok is down below as well, where you can follow for a little bit extra content. So go follow both down below. And I think we talked about makeup enough in this video. I think we rambled on enough about this. I've been talking about makeup all day today. So I will see you in the next video, guys.